In this episode, I'm going to unbox a few random little things that I've picked up recently, so stick around. Hello everybody and welcome to It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. My name is Rob, and in this episode we're going to unbox 3 random toys and collectibles that I've picked up recently. And not to take anything away from these items, but I didn't think that they alone were enough for a whole episode. So I thought, let's just jam them all together and take a look at them. So without further ado, let's dive in. Okay, the first random thing is something that I ordered off of eBay back at my birthday in July. And this is something I'm really excited for, but I was waiting to open it until now. I didn't know how I was going to. I didn't think this was enough to pique people's interests or even be a long enough episode. So with that being said, watch me talk about this thing for a half an hour once I get it open. Oh, come on. Now, there's a backstory on this item. This was something, and first, way back in the day, and I'm talking like 1986-ish, there was not a lot of comic book collectibles out in the world. And finding something with a character that you loved, me in this case, more of an obscure character, it was very hard to find. So, my buddy at the time, we were in 5th grade, and we both got into real hardcore comic book collecting around the same time. So he, fortunately for him, had parents that would run him around to every comic book store in like the 3-state area. And he came upon this item, and he got it for me as a gift. And because he knew I loved Nightcrawler. And to find anything with Nightcrawler at that time was next to impossible. So he gave it to me, and it was something I cherished my whole life. But for some reason, I have not been able to find it anywhere in my collection. I've gone through my parents' home, the home I moved into after my parents, and I know it never made it to my home now. So I finally tracked this down after searching long and hard on eBay for many, many years. I finally found it, and that is this pin. This is awesome Art Adams artwork. And this was a licensed pin. As you can see here, 1986. I don't know if you can see that, but 1986 Marvel Comics. So this was a licensed item at the time. It's got like a little wowie there from the pin back here. Mine didn't have that. Mine had a rip here from where I stuck it to a wall. But other than that, it was in good shape. But I'm so happy to see this, to have it. Yet again, as I've experienced with a few other things, in adult hands, it seems so much smaller than what it felt like as a kid to have this. It felt so big and alive and vibrant when I was 10 at the time. But wow. Beautiful Art Adams artwork. Wolverine and Nightcrawler bamfing. Just wow. This really takes me back. I am so happy to have this. And like I said, I finally pulled the trigger and ordered this on my birthday. And it's just taken me this long to open it. Because I kind of wanted to share it with everybody. And I was hoping it would look this great, but I was also afraid of opening it and being disappointed. But I am not disappointed. I'm very, very happy to have this. And I am going to display it up with my figures that are over here to my right, just on the wall behind them. Just like I did back in the day, a little bit of that blue sticky goo, and hang it up. So that was number 1 in the random unboxing video. So we'll put that here. Now number 2. This was something that has come out very recently. Masters of the Universe has gotten a really big jolt recently. I mean, to people that have been following Matty Collector and everything, he's never gone anywhere. But to people like me that kind of sit on the sidelines and are afraid to spend money, it is now back in full rotation in local Walmarts. Today, of all things, I finally saw in the wild my first Skeletor. They didn't have any of the other figures. They only had Skeletor. And I wanted it so bad, but I just didn't have the opportunity today to pick it up. Hopefully one day soon. But I was able to get these. These are very reasonable priced. And I mean, what great packaging, because this alone is a item you can display. This Castle Grayskull looks great. I have no idea what figure's in here. Got the old school Masters of the Universe logo. And these are Eternia Minis. Oh, it says here you can join up all the Castle Grayskulls, but why would you? There's only one. There's one OG Castle Grayskull. So, without further ado, let's see what figure I got. Super excited because from what I saw, pretty much every figure in this first wave is awesome. And from what I see, wave 2 has Snake Mountain, so gotta get that. And if this is an awesome figure for the price, I'll probably try to pick up more of these. But let's take a look. Oh, and I got the man himself, He-Man. Oh, it has the Sword of Power right there. Let's take this out of here. That is great for the first one. Super happy about that. I like the cartoony look of him. That's really neat. Okay, let's check mobility here. His head moves back and forth. His arms are posable. Legs are not posable, but his waist is. And he kind of has a... I don't know what cartoon to base it off of. I don't want to say any of the new Cartoon Network stuff, because I don't feel that. For some reason, I feel like a Ren and Stimpy almost vibe from it. But let's take a look at his sword and see what it comes with here. Probably a checklist of sorts. So let's put the sword in his hand. Very nice. That's very cool. Yeah, that's blurry. Whoa, whoa, look at my teeth. Yeah. But very nice. I mean, for the price, it's not too shabby. I mean, you can get those other more like chibi looking ones that they make, and they're $10 a pop, but they're about the same size, maybe a tad bigger. But this has good weight to it. It's a nice hefty figure. Like I said, all of Wave 1 looks great, and hopefully they'll be on this checklist so I can show you what I mean. Look at that little mini poster. Very cool. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'd be happy with any one of these figures. I mean, Trapjaw, awesome. Skeletor, awesome. The zombie He-Man, meh. That's probably the only one that's a little weak in my opinion, but still looks cool. Jitsu, love that character. He-Man, Buzz-Off, Man-at-Arms, and Ram-Man. And I'm a big fan of Ram-Man, so that would have been awesome. But very nice. Like I said, neat little mini poster. Got the Mattel logo. Old school. Very nice. Happy about that as well. And, like I said, get the trash out of there. This is awesome by itself. I mean, this is... I am ready to display that. Ooh, and there's pegs. Look at that. Like, you can stand on top. That is awesome. Wow. Super psyched for that. So put that there. And the final toy we're going to take a look at is something that I saw on vacation and I just had to pick up. It was in one of those little oddity toy store / candy store. Just had a lot of weird things in it. And it is the Bigfoot action figure. Sorry for the glare. But let's get this guy out of here. Now, one of the reasons I picked this up was I thought it would be just fun to play with other action figures. And it's a good scale. He's in his famous Patterson film pose. But the head isn't articulated. I would have liked a more bestial face, but very cool. His legs are super articulated. I'm just sad that the arms are not, because it would have been nice for them to... Because look, he just looks a little odd like that. Looks more like the Bionic Man Bigfoot in this pose. But, I mean, it's a good scale. Let's say if he came across a cobra, firefly in this case, in the woods. Ah! See if you can grab him in any way. Not so much. Oh, there we go. Ah! But nice figure, very bulky. But yeah, his head should have been movable so you could get that famous scene where he looks at the camera. And his feet are in fact big. But would have liked it a little bit more articulation. A little bit more of a bestial, apish face than just like a Neanderthalish face. But all in all, not too bad. Wasn't that expensive. And it could lead to some great photo ops down the line. Anyway, back to me for the outro. I hope you enjoyed this look at 3 random little things. Some of them were a surprise, and some of them were exactly what I was hoping for. So, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everybody. And if you're new around here and you enjoyed this, or any of the episodes that YouTube is recommending down here, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you'll be notified whenever there's a new episode. So, thanks for watching, and until next time, keep being rad and stay dorky.